there is a letter that hangs in nearly every Masonic lodge room on Earth. You have seen it countless times. The letter G, but here is what fascinates me. Ask 10 Master Masons what it truly means, and you may receive 10 different answers. Some say God, others say geometry, but a few believe it conceals something far more ancient. Now some newly raised brother might whisper, but is this not a secret? After all, in our monitors, certain passages appear only as stars. Here is the beautiful truth. The ritual may be guarded, but the meaning of the letter G is what one Masonic scholar called the most gloriously public secret that Freemasonry may herald to the world. As the great Albert Mackey wrote, in Freemasonry, the letter G stands as the initial of the word God. Simple, direct, profound. But Mackey also noted something remarkable. The letter G holds the 7th position in English and Latin. In Greek, it stands 3rd. In Hebrew, where it is called Gimel, it carries the numerical value of 3 and means camel. And in Hebrew tradition, this letter connects to the 3rd sacred name of the divine, Gadol. In Latin, Magnus. It means the mighty. So already, brothers, we see this is no ordinary letter. Across languages, across centuries, across civilizations, the G has carried sacred weight. But God is only half the story. In 1776, William Hutchinson published The Spirit of Masonry. Listen to what he wrote about our sacred letter. He said it would be incomplete to apply the G to the name of God alone, because to the builders and artificers, geometry is the science by which all their labors are calculated and formed. 25 years later, Dr. Frederick Dalcho reinforced this understanding. He wrote that the letter G ornaments the Mason's lodge, not only as expressive of the grand architect of the universe. The letter G is not two separate ideas awkwardly joined. It is one unified truth. God created the universe through geometric principles. When we study geometry, we study the mind of the Creator himself. The square, the circle, the angle, the proportion, these are not merely tools. They are glimpses into divine order. This is why geometry was called the first and noblest of sciences, because it leads the contemplative mind directly to God. Now we arrive at one of Freemasonry's most intriguing puzzles. In the early 1700s, a curious piece of doggerel appeared in Masonic documents. The response states, by letters 4 and science 5, this G aright doth stand, in due art and proportion letters 4. Science 5. What could this mean? Letters 4 refers to the Tetragrammaton, the 4-letter Hebrew name of God, Yod Heh Vav Het, what we often pronounce as Jehovah or Yahweh. Science 5 points to geometry. In ancient systems, the number 5 was associated with man, with the 5 senses, with the 5th element, and with geometry itself as the science that bridges heaven and earth. So this old riddle tells us directly, the letter G stands for both the divine name and the divine science. This phrase appeared no later than 1768 in Masonic ritual. But the ideas it expresses are far, far older. The question is, how old? And where did they come from? To understand the G, we must travel back 26 centuries, to ancient Greece, to the school of Pythagoras. The Pythagoreans revered numbers as sacred. Now consider the Greek letter gamma, the G of the Greek alphabet. Look at its shape. It is essentially a square standing on end, with one arm extending to the right. It looks remarkably like a builder's square. This was no coincidence to the Pythagoreans. The gamma represented the geometrical square. The square represented the number 4, the first whole number that forms a perfect square. And the number 4 pointed to the Tetragrammaton. Gamma, square, 4, God. From the Pythagoreans of the 6th century BC, This chain of meaning passed through generations of builders, philosophers, and seekers of wisdom. When our Roman alphabet evolved from the Greek, the angular gamma was eventually rounded and modified into our modern G. But for those who remembered, the ancient meaning endured. And now, brothers, we come to perhaps the most remarkable theory of all. Consider three Greek letters, gamma, omicron, and delta. G-O-D. Gamma is the square we have discussed. Omicron is a perfect circle. Delta is a triangle. Watch what happens when you combine these three. Place the circle of omicron in the center. Around it, arrange the angles of gamma. Add the lines of delta enclosing the whole. The result is a shape that looks remarkably like our modern letter G, sitting inside what resembles the square encompasses. Three Greek letters: gamma, omicron, delta. God, is this coincidence? Or did ancient minds encode the very name of deity into a geometric symbol that survived into modern Freemasonry? Noted Masonic scholar John Cockburn found supporting evidence in an old ritual text. It mentioned that after certain events in our tradition, a faint resemblance to the letter G was discovered marked upon the breast. The letter G as a mark, a symbol, a monogram of the divine name itself. Whether this theory satisfies your historical standards or not, it illuminates a profound truth. Our symbols carry layers of meaning that reward a lifetime of contemplation. The great Mackey himself wished our lodges had kept the Greek gamma instead of adopting the Roman G. He felt the angular form was more fitting for an art concerned with squares. But here is what matters more than historical precision. The letter G, in whatever form, has become sacred to us. It hangs in every English-speaking lodge in the world. It calls to the inquiring mind. God and geometry, united in a single symbol. The Creator and His creation. The infinite and the measurable. Spirit and matter woven together. This is the gift the letter G offers each of us. An endless meditation on the nature of existence itself. Brothers, may you always look upon the letter G with fresh eyes and an open heart. So mote it be.